Nobody wants to know about backlinks and SEO and technical stuff. Nobody cares about that. If you're bringing them results, they're going to pay. Don't keep them waiting for you. The longer it takes, the less likely it's not even going to go through. If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing that. The moment they start asking questions, if you get defensive, you're going to have problems. In-person meetings with clients back home usually ended in us having a beer. We just need to beat the other two brothers. Those guys actually gained 30% of the drop back in 2 weeks.
But to prove their point, become more salesy sometimes.
Nobody wants to be sold, but people want to be heard. So we literally created a WordPress plugin just for this specific case.
But this is crazy. I would like to welcome Igor at my podcast. And it's been a great experience. I just heard his talk and I was surprised to see how we can actually do a lot of less sales, but very effective and pointed sales, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Igor has been an SEO ninja for a very long time. And Igor, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, so I'm Igor. Been in the space for over 17 years now. And been doing client SEO for like 12 years now, working in various niches on various projects. Yeah, started out as an affiliate / made for AdSense sites guy, had like 700 websites, that all came crashing down. Then I turned to client and I never looked back, so.
Amazing. When I saw the presentation, I immediately wrote down a lot of things. I have a lot of questions, so I'm very excited. First thing, it's been 17 years in the industry, right? So what shift have you seen? Just an overall idea, if you can give me that in 17 years, this is from point A to point B, you've seen something has changed.
In terms of Google, in terms of rankings, in terms of SEO, a lot of stuff changes, but a lot of stuff also stays the same. So basically, if I would pinpoint one thing that hasn't changed and will never change is people, especially in the client SEO side, want results. And that's all that matters is results, like long-lasting results, not like sketchy ways of getting results, actually getting results. And people are always trying to demystify SEO and just like package everything into deliverables, everything else except SEO, because they think that SEO is just deliverables in terms of backlinks and content, when in essence, it's all about the results, aka sales, leads.
Okay. There are two things to this. I see that one is the SEO, the result-driven SEO, what you've been doing for a very long time. And the second is the sales. So I've been doing one mistake, that I've been too much into, experimenting and mastering the skill, that I forgot to actually do a lot of sales. So, but today when I saw your talk, I could understand that one thing which you are very good at is the selling, but not directly selling. It's like they automatically come towards you. So that hook which you've been talking about in the presentation, that the way you've been helping people on social media and getting results and getting like giving them value and then getting the leads, potential clients to you. This is what we used to hear a long time ago as well, that join the groups. And so what is your USP you've seen? What is one thing you find out that this is what really works for me? You've been very honest with someone. Maybe you try to really help out. Maybe it's a hook. So what is the one best thing using social media, especially Facebook groups? Let's talk about that. You think is working best for you?
I mean, of course, honesty is working best. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing that. We'll revert to the previous statement because it's the same. Focusing on the business side of things. So focusing on the actual results and trying to understand the person on the other side and their business. People do SEO and leave the business side out of it. And if you incorporate the business side into SEO, so you incorporate leads, conversions, everything, you're going to have a much easier way of getting through to the client, or to get the client to even listen to you.
Perfect.
Because nobody wants to know about backlinks and SEO and technical stuff and freaking whatever. They want to see how this thing called SEO can get them results. Most of all, can it get them results? And what it would take, not the deliverables. Nobody cares about that.
Perfect. Igor, what are the, like, once you have that kind of client in your pool of leads or stuff, what are the next steps? Is the onboarding very important, or is it the experience, or is the first month crucial? How do you like set the, under promise and over deliveries? So how is that happening? What are the next steps?
In terms of onboarding, before we even start doing anything, speed is of the essence. I've learned that the longer it takes, the less likely it's not even going to go through.
Okay.
Or there's going to be like shaky grounds on which you start the whole foundation. So like for whatever reason, don't keep them waiting for you. If they already, okay, what do you need from us? Like same day, same freaking hour, if you can reply, we need this and that. But most importantly, I would say, is not we need your Google Search Console, we need your analytics, we need your website, whatever. Basically, the most important thing is we need to know where we stand now. Are we tracking conversions? Are we tracking revenue? Are we tracking the things that should be tracked? Because that's the next thing, setting true expectations. Like if you're setting expectations on rankings and traffic growth without setting expectations on what it will do to the bottom line, it's just vague metrics that won't, I mean, they can get you so far, but when month 3 or 4 comes up, people start asking questions if they don't see the revenue going up.
Correct.
You can put all the, but we've gone up for this keyword from 7 to 3 and this and that. But then the questions start, but when they pay the 3rd or 4th invoice, I've seen it through all the years, like month 3, month 4, if you're not getting them more results in the case of revenue, they're going to start asking questions and they're not going to be around. The moment they start asking questions and the moment if you get defensive, you're going to have problems.
That's true. So there's 5 points I've written, which are, I think, the key takeaways from the presentation I just heard. First is no sales. You just mentioned that very clearly.
Pitching. I mean, no sales pitching, is just a
byproduct.
Afterthought, yeah.
Correct. So no pitching. People can outreach you. For the audience, I was surprised to see there were screenshots. I'll put it in the description. How people are actually outreaching back to him. And the way is simple, being honest and helping the people out. First thing, which I really liked. Second is, he's being funny on the social media. So now let's talk about the GIFs and the funny element and the chilled out element to this.
Yeah.
Do you think that helps?
Of course. I mean, it might be that it resonates best with the people that want to have, that don't want to be super corporate-y. But also, you have to know that I use a lot less GIFs, but still use them on LinkedIn as well. But on Facebook is a social media, more chilled out, more relaxed, fun, etc. It's not going to be, on Facebook, it's rarely going to be any sort of super corpo talk. So I'm using GIFs much more on Facebook, for example. But still, I use it. I literally use them in emails going back and forth. Once they're already...
You do?
Yes. Or Slack or emails. Like when I report on whatever, we've got 20% increase in leads, whatever. And they reply back to us, oh my God, that's incredible, or whatever. And I just post back like winning, like the the guy from Hangover. It's literally, that's the email I send them back to the client. So it's basically just like they're dropping their shields, like the invisible shields. Oh, hello, Mr. Corporate. Oh, hello, Mr. SEO agency guy. And then when I used to do in-person meetings with clients back home, it usually ended in us having a beer on the first freaking meeting.
Wow.
It's like, oh, now we can get a beer and just talk whatever, like even get into some personal things. So, but I've also been in settings where I came for an initial meeting and there were 20 people in a corporate room. Like the whole IT department was there, no reason, and you have to adapt. But there is a place for humor. I don't overdo it. I don't push it.
Correct.
I don't just go like, okay, they're doing this, I will send a GIF. It's just like, it feels, when I see that it feels okay, or when I see that they're not like, hello, sir, but hello, Igor, it's already, we're more on the personal side than a smiley, emoji, whatever, but then a GIF. If it comes up, it comes up. It's more spontaneous.
It sets the stage. It sets the commotion sometimes. It makes clients feel warm, I suppose. Sometimes it really helps in that. And obviously not overdoing it. But humor is something which really comforts the other person, what I can say.
Yeah, but you have to also, it might seem awkward if you're not generally embracing the
Correct.
humoristic side of things.
Correct.
If you want to like script it or whatever, it's probably gonna fail.
Exactly. It has to be spontaneous. It has to be natural. If it's very scripted, it is actually backfiring, I suppose, right? It can
Yeah.
backfire.
I mean, but I never had any backlash in terms of people saying that.
But you've been natural to it. It's something you are like that. So it's okay, right? Okay. You talked about meetups. He used ChatGPT to struggling beer brewery, and which wants traction, and then who would sponsor the meetup, and this is how he find out a perfect match. And then there was a meetup setup, and I think out of 120, 85 people showed up.
85 people showed up. Yeah.
So 85 people showed up, and there was in the meetup. So quite surprisingly, out of its kind of SEO meetup, there are obviously people.
It was a
converting into
digital
clients.
marketing meetup.
Digital
So there were
marketing,
marketers, but like half of the people were SEOs.
Okay.
Because we said that there are going to be 2 talks. One
Okay.
was for copywriting, one was for SEO.
Okay. So you've seen that such spontaneous events, if you plan, if you're in Chiang Mai, for example, and you just plan tomorrow, let's do a meetup. So do you think that spontaneous meetup planned and promoted quickly turns out to be into results, or it takes time, take a lot of planning to do stuff like this?
This was planned a bit because the guy who was running it already had like 5 different meetups. So he had like a bit of, we should do this, we should do that. But meetups in a conference setting like this, there's a lot of them, and people get fed up with, especially if they're seeing the same people everywhere. That's why I also like the networking parties. You go to one, you've seen them all. Like, and even like for today, I don't even know if I'll go to one because I'm super tired and I slept like 4 hours. If you go each and every night, and if it's a whole day of conference, and then there's meetup before the conference, meetup after the conference, this and that, you just get wasted. So it might not be as effective in terms of a setting like this, like a 5-day conference thing. But if you want, you can do spontaneous meetups and expect 80 people to show up. In today's world, everybody, it's just meeting my friends back home is just like, if 6 of us get together, it's like 3 weeks in advance. With Friday, we're all going to be available. But again, in terms of meetups, it's just, it can't be planned. You can't like fish for, I'm gonna do a meetup. I hope 50 people come, and I'll target these 3 people or whatever. No, I didn't target a single one, let alone pitch. As I said in the presentation, I didn't pitch to anyone. It's just a meetup or talking on stage. If it's a meetup, if it's a workshop, if it's a talk at conference, whatever, it's just your like amplifier, your megaphone, and you have to show that you know what you're talking about. And if you just speak from the heart, if you're really into what you're doing, it will resonate with people. There's a level where you can come to with fake it till you make it.
Okay.
You can hack your way through a couple of clients or whatever.
But there's a bottleneck to this.
Yeah, there's a bottleneck, or you just have to use a gazillion ads or whatever, and just keep churning and burning over clients. So that's not something I advise, and that's not something I practice.
Perfect. Do you think that you're a good salesman?
I have great success in sales, but I also compile that with good prospecting and good preparation for any lead generation and the sales calls before that. I couldn't sell stuff that I'm not involved in. So I'm not a good sales guy in terms of, I'm going to sell cars tomorrow. When it comes to SEO or something I'm totally into, no problem. Anything digital marketing, basically. I could get a job as a sales guy if I wanted to. There's no issue there. Because sales is more about, are you a people's person? That should be the question. Are you a people's person? Because otherwise, it's, if you don't get people and if you don't get sales, like I am an extroverted guy. I have no problem with talking with random people wherever. And communications, not an issue. Plus, my background is in business. I'm an economist by...
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. See, what I have seen, please don't quote me here, but I have seen that, especially being from India, when we come at conferences and when we are out at, and we've seen that South Asian region and people who are non-Americans or maybe non-tier 1 countries, like even you, even me, to prove their point, become more salesy sometimes. What we've seen, it's a fact. And that we have seen is not turning out right. How is it should be out of 100? Like, how much should you actually talk to about when you talk? Like, how much knowledge should you give when you discuss, maybe in a meetup or something?
Or in terms of not being too salesy.
Correct.
You're saying that Indians are
Yeah,
too
sometimes we've seen.
Yeah.
So, what is your take on that? Have you experienced that maybe?
Yeah, of course. I've been sold to all the time because nobody wants to be sold, but people want to be heard. It's all about trust. If I don't know you, I'm not going to buy anything from you, no matter what you say.
Correct.
You don't have to give me a lot of quality info or a lot of help. You just have to, show me that you care at least a bit, and of course that you know what you're talking about.
Correct.
And if that would be the case, if you can tell me why I should buy freaking links from you, or why I should buy this car, or why buying this will make my business better. Everybody wants to make their business or life better.
Showing the value, basically.
Yeah, showing basically what makes a difference. If nothing makes a difference except lower price, I guess that's a thing as well. But if I'm not looking for what you're selling me, we don't even have a conversation to have.
Exactly. So option A, I'm saying, I do SEO, I do online marketing, and I do this. Would you like to, check it out? And the other way is, okay, you're into the car business, and then telling you that how can you increase your sales of the car by a specific thing. I think that's the better way.
I wouldn't even start with I do this and that. I was just like, so you're in car sales? How many cars do you sell? 20. How many do any leads come in from your website, from online? And they're like, oh yeah, maybe 2 or 3 per month. Oh yeah, I mean, why not 20? Why not 30? Oh my God, it's not possible. Yeah, it is. There's a thing called SEO, this and that. There are many ways of doing this. And that's when you get the conversation going. And then, but who does this? Hello.
Correct.
Stuff like that.
I have to admit, before 2021, I was the option A guy. I used to do the same thing. I am this, and with time, I think this comes with experience, and this comes with when you get more exposure. I've seen that there's a maturity in the business as well, right? By God's grace, you at point of, if we talk about you might not be looking for each kind on every kind of client, right? You might vet down clients, right? So obviously it comes with time when you're looking for quality versus quantity, right? And that's how it is. Like you mentioned about your friend who does not do client below 30-40K, right?
Yeah.
And you were the perfect fit for that. So everybody has their plate, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are tiers, and I was literally talking to somebody, I don't know who, like a few hours back. And it was literally like, there are tiers. So if somebody's in this tier and you're in the tier below, which is nothing wrong with that, maybe they have a team of 100 people and they just can't do less than 10K per month or whatever for a law firm, and you can deliver results for 5K. It's unlikely that somebody can deliver results for 1K when the links and everything and the competitors are so hard.
Okay, so let's talk about AI and SEO. What's your take on AI, SEO? What's your take on what's happening next?
I'm not a great fan of all the acronyms that are coming up. I'm on the front of, this is all SEO. This is all stuff that we should have been doing and were doing. Some of us were doing all along. So basically, if it's all about getting your brand mentioned here, getting links from this and that, getting featured in high authority publications, this and that, getting featured in listicles, getting featured in this. This is not something new. You should have been doing this all the time.
Exactly.
But like 90% of SEOs are just like, oh yeah, we put up content and buy links, and that's SEO.
That's SEO.
If that's SEO, then yeah, you're screwed. Then do GEO now or whatever. I hate the fact that people are just like, now they're just GEO experts that don't do SEO. When I see that, I'm like, just turn the other way and run. I always say AI is a good amplifier. So if you're a good SEO, you can be a 10 times faster / better SEO.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be 100 times worse, because you're going to do 100 times more damage with whatever AI automation you use to to expedite the crap you're already doing. So that's why, in terms of tasks, making things faster, better, if you're using AI in terms of act as an SEO expert with 20 years of experience, you lost. You lost by a lot. Maybe somebody who's totally starting out and just has his own website and wants to do some SEO, maybe that will work. But doing client work in terms of prompting it like act as an SEO expert, just not going to work. I mean, it's great for content production. I get it. Not mass production of spam, but content production, great. Like for doing outreach, for crafting stuff.
Got it.
It's totally fine.
It makes sense.
It's totally fine. But when I see, oh, one-click solution, this just click here and AI will do your SEO, probably never going to happen, let alone it already exists.
Perfect. Do you think each and every type of client is for you, or you like tend to, no, this is not for me, this is not? Do you filter out, or you think everybody is my client?
I don't filter out by niche. I mean, except if it's something totally against what I stand for, or something illegal or something that I don't want to touch.
Okay.
But in terms of, I'm not niching down. I work with 98% of the niches out there.
Perfect.
But the types of clients, not saying I turn away everybody that's not this. If I would say what my perfect client is, because I realize they're A, good to work with, B, have money to spend, C, the most dependent on you is everyone who cannot do ads. The niches that cannot do ads. So I work in cannabis. I work with scopes, binoculars, because they're attached to guns. Just because they're attached to guns, they cannot have ads. Anything in the adult space also doesn't have ads.
Correct.
A lot of drugs, medical stuff doesn't have ads. So basically, you're the guy. More pressure on you.
Correct.
But they're not going to switch out the SEO guy really fast, and they're going to spend because that's the only thing that they can spend on. So that would be the perfect scenario, and the bigger, of course, they are in that segment, the better.
Correct. And do you prefer someone who's just started out the business and has a runway of 6 months? No,
already saying no. I'm not going to lie. In this year, we're in November. In this year, I don't know if we created 20 links for all the clients combined, because we already start with people that have thousands of links, and they're getting them actually organically, or they have an in-house PR team or whatever. Everybody stops there. Oh, you have an in-house PR team. Okay, we can't do links. No. We're SEOs. We can point your PR team as to how they could craft the titles for the PR, how they could do the anchor text, the internal linking. They're going to do a publication on this site. I'm like, this is a fake site. This is a DR62 site with no traffic because it's a fake, it's a link farm. So basically, and they never heard of a link farm. They were just sold, this has 100,000 people on it, searching for Zelda password, login, whatever. You can incorporate yourselves into many things as an SEO. I literally had a client change their business model because of what I found in doing keyword research. I'm like, yeah, what you're doing gets 1,500 searches, but actually people doing the same thing are going after this, which has like 10,000.
Wow.
And they switched they had like an Uber of cleaning ladies. So basically you hire a cleaning lady, just like, yeah, I need somebody Tuesday at 5 p.m. to come clean. And they did it in Spain and whatever. And so like at-home services. And I'm like, yeah, but all the competitors offer for a much higher price at home, like cleaning, cooking, taking care of the elderly, etc. And like the country they were in actually subsidizes this. So you would get like government grants for this. So the government would pay for this. And it was like, and a lot more people were looking for it. And even the competitors were not as hard as the cleaning side. Or they go to other markets.
This is a very good example. Very interesting.
I had a few examples. They were only in Switzerland and Germany. Brick protein brand company from Switzerland and protein bar. And then I did like because the Swiss also talk Italian and French and Swiss. So they have 4 languages. And I told them, why don't you do Italy? Oh, we just never got around to it. Yeah, because there's 5 times more demand than whatever. So we literally, because of keyword research and because of the SEO guy, they now have a store in France, now has an online store in Italy. a separate one in Austria as well, because they thought that the German one would just rank for Austrians as it is, plus a UK one. So basically, that's how the integration of the SEO guy in the business as a whole
is very important.
And sneaky tactic. It might seem as a sneaky tactic, but it's much harder to get rid of you once you're in. Once you're in, they're not going to ask you to do other stuff. They're not going to ask you, oh, since you're here, could you do design as well? No. It's like if somebody hires you for marketing or whatever, digital marketing, they will expect you to do Google Ads, copy, SEO, CRO, whatever. But if you're an SEO expert from outside, that literally, if you can show them results in the first 2 months, that's why we always we go for not the how can we increase the rankings. It's just like, what's wrong with their website? What's wrong with their especially with the conversion side? I know we have to do the technical fixes. I know if there's a huge thing, like I mentioned in the talk, like the canonical tags pointing somewhere else, those guys actually gained 30% of the drop back in 2 weeks.
Because of that
Just because of one fix. We gave them a full audit and everything, and 20 things to fix. They fixed maybe 5. And they got like 50% back.
A very similar case study, about client-side and server-side rendering.
Yeah.
So we checked, it's a very big real estate website we were auditing, and we came to know that, this is not even showing up to the search engine. It's just a blank page because of the server-side rendering and client-side. So we just gave this in the sales call. Yeah. And they in the sales call, the tech guy just fixed it after that. So he was pretty much smarter, the tech guy of that company. But they came back to us.
Yeah, because you spotted something.
And they said that we gained this 30% traffic you were mentioning. So I don't remember the exact number of clicks they came. So it was a downtrend. So when we fixed it starts to pick up. So they came to us. They said that we were trying to find the solution since the fall of the traffic. It was 2 months. It was just continuously falling, and now it's being stable. And I think it's getting up. So we would like to discuss that. Would you like to take over our SEO?
So, yeah. I mean, nobody's going to ignore positive results.
Correct.
The same thing as people constantly ask me, so what do you do when a client starts nagging? The client doesn't pay. Client doesn't this. If you're bringing them results, they're going to pay.
Correct.
If you're just bullshitting them with stupid deliverables that don't move the needle, it's just gonna be painful.
Perfect. So the first thing is giving results. Under promise, over deliver.
Like setting expectations is usually always hit or miss. You can't say, oh, we'll 10x this.
Correct.
If you do your not just keyword research, it's like market competition, but you have to be real with them. I always ask them, who's the big kahuna in your space? Like, who's the big player? And we want to be the next. I don't know. We have a car insurance company. We want to be the next Car Shield. And I'm like, great. But you need millions of dollars in link building to do that.
Yes.
And they have a 15-year head start. So you can't say, we'll get you 10% of what they're doing or whatever. Setting clear expectations.
Real and clear expectations.
Yeah. And with time, with experience, you'll zone that in so that you can, of course, if you know that you can get them 3x results in, let's say, 3 months, say you'll do it in 6 months.
6 months.
It's the same.
That's what we do.
It's the same with Amazon. Correct. Amazon always says it will be delivered on whatever, and I get it like 5 days before, and I'm super happy. Oh my God, Amazon is the best. I always get it before.
Yes.
And I think that's on purpose.
Oh, yes.
It's probably on purpose.
Yes. All right, time for a sponsor break. This episode is proudly sponsored by Kings Digital, the marketing agency that I, your host, Gundeep Singh, co-founded. At Kings Digital, we specialize into scaling businesses, optimizing growth strategies, and turning your ideas into brands that people can't stop talking about. You might be thinking self-promotion in your own podcast? Well, that's quite bold. That's because that's exactly what we do for our client. Bold strategies that bring results. So if you're a business owner or an agency wants to level up your your marketing, your processes, whether it's SEO, ads, social media, performance marketing, we're building a killer brand presence for you. If you want us to audit your website or your ads campaign, just fill up the form below. We will get back to you with a full-blown SEO audit, a complete 6 to 12 months SEO roadmap tailored to your business, and a step-by-step video walkthrough breaking down exactly how to fix and scale your organic traffic. This isn't some cookie-cutter checklist. Trust me, our team spends an entire day crafting this report. Trust me, if we're good enough to sponsor ourselves, we're probably good enough to help you crush your goals. Alright, that's enough of us now. Now let's get back to the show. I always say this example about over delivery and a promise, but this Amazon thing, I think you really connected it well. I think that's true.
Just look at what the...
It happens always. It always happens. Yes.
Always. I mean, it's rarely late.
It's rarely late. It's rarely late. Correct. That's true. Okay, that's amazing. So now I want to know that, are you the guy who says that I would do like ads for you, I would do website for you, I would do this for you, or you just want to stay focused on what you do?
No, we just stay focused on SEO.
Okay.
In terms of SEO, like sometimes we do fix up their website in terms of SEO, what we can do. If it's conversion based, if it's not SEO based at all, like for a previous client, one I also mentioned on stage, we actually went in as it's like, yeah, but we should have like you get a lot of traffic on your blog, but you're not selling anything. There's no like follow along button or whatever. And we found a lot of follow along buttons, but it was just like shop or call, or just like call to action buttons. It was not like, oh, we need a follow along button. This is about gun X, whatever. And we need the gun X here. So long story short, my developer just went, we'll just make you a custom plugin. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We never made a custom plugin for anyone. And he's just like, no, it's 3 days, and I'll have it. So we literally created a WordPress plugin just for this specific case.
Wow.
And we didn't charge anything extra. I didn't charge anything because it was our idea, but we're already seeing results. We don't just do SEO. We do like revenue generating activities. We also advise, great, you can also do ads, and we can also benefit. The ads guys can benefit from us, from our keyword research, from what we know, what works and what's bringing in revenue, and vice versa. You're already doing ads, but you're not actually doing the conversions in terms of tracking properly.
Conversion tracking, basically. Yeah.
So basically, SEO in terms of, okay, we do traffic generation and then conversions and then like basically tracking everything. That's the part where like in the first 5, maybe 10 years of my life, I didn't track. I just knew how much money we were making, and I was happy with that. You and the client have to be in sync in what's going on and if people are benefiting from it. Because you also know that you're bullshitting them if they haven't sold a single thing. Like if you haven't made a dent, if it's flatlined ever since they.
So it's kind of being into the game. I think that's very important. You cannot do just surface level things. 2 things I really take away from this conversation, which I really appreciate, which is that first that you have to be, that you developed a plugin just for, because it was your idea and it was benefiting the SEO. So it's not just like surface level, this is the SEO scope and this is what I do, but you actually, I'm not trying to say that you undervalue, but what I'm trying to say is that you actually go beyond and above to make sure that what your strategy is, it's working first.
Even if just the SEO side is working, but I know that, dude, you could be making, like the conversion rates could be twice as high on the blog side of things, and just twice as high with somebody making hundreds of thousands is couple hundreds of thousands extra. So how does the client feel about if you help them in like you have them forever, basically?
Correct. Retention is the main game. You know, the thing you just said, that it's very hard for a client to leave you when there's a client who says that I'm taking this kind of PR, and you say this is a link farm. When you overall like think about the client, think about the business, think about the revenue, not just surface level SEO. It's not a service. It's actually kind of being partnered with the, so I think that is something which is kind of boutique experience, not a factory experience, is making and even clients are looking for such solutions. If they want a bulk solution or maybe a low cost solution, then the solution is maybe a tool, maybe something which makes them happy, like a kind of a lollipop. It doesn't work, it's just it's there. But what we're talking about is a high level sophisticated services and perspective, which is actually understanding the business. Like, you never hide anything from your lawyer, you never hide anything from your doctor, you never hide anything from your marketing agency. That's what I say to my clients. You need to tell me how it works, you need to tell me nitty-gritties on the things, you need to tell me your
we need to have
USPs.
access to either the backend or most likely the Google Analytics, and we know how much money you're there. Like, that's also another neat trick in terms of, if you're already helping out somebody and they want to, like, oh, we have issues, it's like, or even before setting a proposal, if you can get Google Analytics access, just viewer only, you don't, or Google Search Console is good, but Google Analytics is better because, or if you're on a call and there's, can you open up Google Analytics? Just, I want to check something. You really want to check something, because a lot of the times before I made any proposal, I realized, oh, so you're selling $1 million per month on whatever. You see the kind of scope that they're doing. Sometimes you don't see it from Ahrefs and 2,000 people coming to the site. You don't know they have 1,000 calls coming in per month. You think they have maybe 20. I'm not saying I'm going to charge 10x now, but just, you know, that on the other side is somebody that if you boost their traffic up for 5%, that could be 50K.
I'll put this in a better way. This is the situation I've been into, so I can exactly give an example. So initially, before, I was not very confident about my services and sales. I'm talking about 5 years ago. We used to like just send proposals, and so we landed a client. And in the KPIs, the client wanted KPI. This is not a very old story, this KPI story. So we mentioned, okay, 5% increase month on month in leads. And then we onboarded, and then we saw that the number of leads were huge, and 5% meant a lot. This was a very big learning for us, that we cannot just, make templatic proposals and just throw on the client's face. This is a very good way, actually, that asking for analytics or any kind of CRM or systems where you can actually see what numbers they are doing, what numbers are actually going into the CRM, or whatever. If it's clients' sales, then what are the sales, what's the revenue, what's the profit. At least now, after 2022, especially in last 2-3 years, we're sitting in 2025, in last 3 years, we've shifted this. Now we have an onboarding process. It's not very slow, it's fast now. We've made it fast. Initially it was slow when we started, so we made it fast. But we tend to ask a lot of questions. We fill a SWOT sheet: strength, weak analysis, opportunity sheet. That this is your strength, this is your, okay, this is the revenue doing this. So when we have a clear idea, then we make a pitch. Then we make, okay, because we do Google ads, we do this kind of overall conversion tracking, and how much budget should go into this, then this is, so we do, so we need to know everything, like the way you talk. So okay, so Google ads, you're making, like, your per lead is coming into $50. Then we commit, okay, we can bring down to this to $35, but we should know this is coming into 50, right? If I just say I can give you a lead in $10 and it's $100 already, how can I do that? I cannot just reduce 10x.
Of course, you can go in blind.
Exactly. So we used to go blindfolded, and it has been backfiring us back in the day. We changed this. We moved on to this, and for this, I think you need confidence in your services and in yourself. Always. To ask that, okay, pull up analytics, I want to check. I think this needs confidence. This needs experience with time. I think.
I mean, you can't push it too far. Like when you mentioned, like, oh, what are the profit margins? How much are you making off of this? Those are already sketchy. Those are already sketchy, because revenue-wise, if it's just how many leads are you getting? Okay, even if you have only Ahrefs data, like, oh, you have, like, from organic side, you get like 1,000 people to the site via Ahrefs, and then it's just like, oh, we get like 20 leads per month. Okay, but you can still, like, compare, like, okay, so this guy, the site looks like pretty much the same, or maybe conversion side maybe better, but they have like 3,000 people. So they got to be getting like maybe 60, 70 people to the site. And we can easily take over all this traffic. So you can like, it's just like, maybe we can get you 10, 20 more leads per month. You're getting 20. I'm confident we can get you 100% increase in terms of, that's an estimation. But of course, that's again, that's the, like in the talk, that's what I can give you so far without knowing your actual, that's the same thing. Just don't show me your website, but just show me your whatever, or just like, let me know how many are you doing? Because I will find out if we start working together. They're not going to say we're getting 200 calls and then you see the analytics and it's 20. They will just look silly.
Okay, now tell me, what is your most weirdest sales pitch, or maybe a non-sales pitch, but a weirdest conversation, which actually converted into a client or a conversion, which was very surprising to you?
Weird. I mean, in terms of the client side, that they have like a weird, like a request or whatever.
Or maybe it was a conversation. It was not expected to become a client. Maybe something like that.
I usually go the same route, so there's nothing weird there in terms of sales.
Maybe you just commented on something. You said this is not going to work for you, and the guys is up to you. Can you do it? Something like that, maybe.
There are people that you say, no, I can't do your SEO. I mean, and they demand. I mean, okay, maybe the weirdest one. I have a weird one where we got fired after 4 months, but we got them 400% increase, because their main thing was there were 3 brothers with one business, and they went their separate ways, doing the same thing in the same city.
Okay.
And one of the brothers, they're doing like blinds and awnings. No, but the metal ones.
Okay.
The outside ones.
Okay, got it.
They're more popular in Europe, and basically shutters, I think they're called, or whatever. And they went their separate ways, and in the meeting they told me, we just need to beat the other 2 brothers.
Oh, okay.
And for these keywords, and we beat them for like 7 out of 15 keywords, but all in all, we got them 400% more traffic, like 200% increase in sales and everything. We got fired. We didn't beat the brothers for this and that.
God.
And this. Yes, that was the actual thing. And when I came there, they didn't even shake my hand. That was a clear red flag. And they said that I'm the 4th SEO guy sitting there. Another red flag, but I was just starting out. Those were like €300 per month client back then.
But this is crazy.
Yeah. They were just like, no, we hate the other 2 brothers, and that's all we care about. I believe if we got them no increase in traffic and just beat the other 2 brothers,
it would work.
They're number 9, we're number 8, great. That's it. They like a vendetta SEO.
Yeah. That was exactly. Okay, let's do rapid fire round. Okay.
Yeah.
What's one mistake SEOs make way too often?
In terms of sales, as we've spoken a gazillion times, they pitch too much. They pitch too much. They don't listen to the client. They don't understand the client, and they're too templated. Let's say it like that. Not focusing on the revenue side, focusing too much on deliverables and technicalities. And what else am I seeing? Like maybe are still stuck in the old ways of treating it as just content and links and not looking broader, not
90% of the agencies.
Not implementing, not thinking from the business perspective. I think that's the main thing.
Perfect. Very good answer. What's one underrated strategy that's working for you right now?
One underrated strategy in terms of SEO, or in terms of sales, or in terms
anything.
of anything. Something I don't see mentioned often is how easy it is nowadays to translate a website into multiple languages, multiple markets, especially if you can ship to multiple markets. If you don't need like a warehouse or whatever. With AI, you can do this in a matter of a day. It used to cost a fortune to get translators to translate.
Exactly.
Now it's like super fast. Plus, links in certain countries. Spanish links with the same DR as English links cost 20, 30%. And if you merge that into one website, if you have the Spanish version and everything, not the Spanish site separately.
Got it.
But it's still the same topic. It's still topically relevant. So you're getting links from the DR60s in Spain for less than $100.
Correct.
And they are related. They are on point. It's not a link farm. It's actual magazines and actual.
And that actually works really well.
That works. And Italy, Spain, if you go to like Eastern Europe, Poland, whatever, but with the exception of Germany. Germany has the most expensive links in the world.
Yeah.
More expensive than English links.
Exactly. Even Arabic links are very expensive. I work in that niche in UAE and stuff.
So basically, going international by just freaking translating everything. It's I don't know why many people are not doing it, but.
And you're talking about like a website with English version having a specific version like slash other language, right? You're talking about that, right?
This is easier for SEOs.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like e-commerce or whatever.
Yes.
If it's super competitive, of course, it's better to have a server in Germany and have a .de. If it's a server in Spain and have a .es.
But
like
that's on a higher scale.
That's on a higher scale. And that's why, because a lot of times people ask me, should I have one domain and everything on it, or should I have each domain? I'm like, if you have the budget, have each domain in each of them and just connect them together.
Like McDonald's, India, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Germany,
like a lot of big players. And I always say Amazon.es, .it, .fr, eBay, the same thing, etc. These are big players. But I've seen players come into, like, let's say our market that sell like perfumes and cosmetics. And I was like, who the hell is Notino? It's like Notino.si. And they were like, oh, there's a Notino.skcz, whatever. And they just put up a new website, .si, and just all the other ones through this, like the little flags on the footer.
Correct.
And it's just like, whoop. Of course, any of them gets a link, the whole ecosystem gets the link. So basically, I prefer doing each domain in each site, but of course, budget-wise, it's hard to tell somebody. We're literally doing this right now, but somebody who just has one site in English, a Slovenian company, Cannabis, and we're going into 7 or 8 different languages, different markets, because they can ship to anywhere in Europe. So it's nothing for them. It's not like they need a warehouse in Poland or they need something.
Exactly. The setup is already there.
Yeah, and we just literally translate it. We're ranking the best in the United States, and they can't even ship there, which is a problem. But still, the topical relevance is still there.
Yeah,
people are still saying on the site because it's a guide on how to whatever, smoke whatever. Yeah, it works.
What I can say is that if the website is having a budget, specific XYZ budget, whatever the business is, initially the idea should be that on the same domain we can maybe experiment out. But if you have a good budget, if the client is really having a budget on expanding on SEO, then separate websites is the way to go.
Yeah. Separate websites is always, especially, I always check the competition. Like if you check DE, like Germany, it's all DE. There's no, if the top 30 or 29 are DE,
probably you need a DE.
Yeah. Probably in maybe a .com and whatever. But if you're like we have .si for Slovenia, and
it's not going to work.
Just don't.
Yeah, that's a very logical point, especially talking about the Europe when there's a extension, and if you see the top results are using this extension is working, obviously you need the same extension. Even in I work in .ca a lot, and .ae, it's for Dubai, and .com.au. So clients ask us, shall I get a .com? Mostly our answer is that the local domain.
Yeah.
The second is, let me check on the search engine what's working, and then mostly, obviously, it's always again the same thing. So I think obviously in that case we need a different website.
I mean, especially, and also like the DACH region. The DACH region is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland.
Okay.
DACH.
Okay.
And they all speak German, but not the same German.
Oh.
Yeah, they have different writings, different styles. One has like a double S, one has like a sharp S, which is like a B. So, and they're very like, no, we don't say that. No, those are the Germans. They don't like it. It's the same as Bosnian, Croatian, Serbian.
Okay.
It's all pretty similar language.
But
it used to be Serbo-Croat. Now it's like they say this and they say that. And if you say this and there was civil war, and then it's all
Okay.
If you're gonna do Croatian SEO and you're gonna write something Serbian in it, vice versa, it's not gonna end well. At the end of it all, it's like, will it cannibalize? Will it? Those are some of the issues that we have. But you can solve that with .ba, .hr, .rs or whatever Serbian.
But I think it's not a problem that even if the content is similar, because in the schema, once I was talking to a client and I explained him, see McDonald's, they have the same burger menu almost, and if there's a different, so they have the same images, whatever. So the content, even if it's not changing, so there was a debate that he was saying that for every page we need a new content piece. That would be spamming for us because you're telling the same thing 10 different times, different ways.
So
rather that mention to the search engine, this is the content, which is obviously in every website. This is like kind of a widget, something, and then do localization according to that area. And because we do a lot of nation-based websites where this is one thing, cannibalization or content copying, which we solve by such cases. Like we do localization plus the common content which is there. But it works what I say, and you would maybe agree to me, right? Okay. We talked about SEO really less, but it is, I think, very much practical and very much important what we discussed. This is the first and the initial bit of SEO, exactly SEO conversation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any bold predictions for SEO?
No, I see a growth we'll see what AI mode does. I'm not so concerned about AI overviews. I'm more concerned with AI mode. If AI mode will go default, a lot of things will change. But I'm not seeing anyone using it. I've polled a lot of people on it in terms of, are you actually using it? And
no one knows.
Nobody's using it. Like SEOs have tried it. It's normal people. I've written in groups where normal people hang out, not digital marketers. 90% of people don't even know what it is. So if it goes to default, things are going to change, but I do not believe that will happen.
I don't see the accuracy. I have sometimes asked questions. I've tried it out deliberately. It's not accurate. It's not true. It's not.
Yeah, I think people are losing faith in the whole ChatGPT AI thing.
Exactly.
Like for tasks, I get it, but for search, for inquiries, and it's getting more and more limited. They now, like ChatGPT a few days ago said, we're not going to do medical anymore, medical advice. We're not going to do business, financial advice, and no more whatever law-related advice.
Okay.
They're going to literally block it. It's not like, everybody's using it, Google is dead, and they're already like limiting how it's.
I think it's because of the AI safety norms which are going to come up in the future, which I think is the prediction.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But the concern with AI is more on the environmental side, on the energy side, how much it takes. It will not outweigh. So currently gazillions are poured into it, but let's stick to SEO. In terms of SEO, I still think brand is and will be important, more and more important. So brand mentions, the same thing that's been around for a while, but it's still going to be around. So I don't predict any major shifts unless AI mode goes default in terms of Google, at least.
Perfect. A favorite tool you use every day?
I only have 2 paid tools in my arsenal. It's Ahrefs and it's On-Page AI. It's basically like Surfer SEO or Page Optimizer Pro. I have Page Optimizer Pro as well, but I don't use it as often. But On-Page AI for certain benefits. And I got a Black Friday deal like a few years ago, and we just, our systems, it integrated in our systems the best, and we're seeing results, so we're using that.
Perfect. What's one thing you learned from a failed project?
A lot of times we failed while setting wrong expectations. We said yes too many times. Projects just starting out. We basically don't take on projects that have 0. The most important part for me when I check, like, what's the site about? Okay, site has age and links. If it has no traffic and no content, the best. As long as it has links. If it has no links and no age and a huge company or whatever, that can be problematic because, again, month 3, month 4, months, and we have to do the audits and we have to do the implementations of any issues, technical, whatever. They're not going to be seeing results fast enough. So basically taking on clients where I know I cannot deliver results fast. That would be.
Perfect. It's something very similar to what I've been experiencing. Very good answer. One piece of advice for fellow introverts.
Fellow introverts. I told you I'm not an introvert. But introverts getting into SEO. I mean, just partner up with an extrovert, I guess. The yin to the yang. And
very good.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Because you're not going to become an extrovert overnight, and it's just going to be awkward.
And for the extroverts, the same advice?
The only full-time guy that I have, he's literally, I believe he's more on the introverted side because he's also like a dev/SEO guy. And for the dev part, or at least if you have like a partnership in any sort of, like in an agency or whatever, if they're both extroverts, if they're both the alphas or whatever, it's much faster. They're gonna go their separate ways. Like but if one is an introvert and one has no appetite,
it's a better combination.
Yeah, if it has no appetite of dealing with people and dealing with sales calls and dealing with getting more clients, but just has the operations down, those are the best.
I have a co-founder. We are both partners in the company. So he is an introvert. He speaks less. He works. He's very much focused on. He's the guy who manages the ads and everything and overall company operations. I am, as you know, you can see an extrovert. So we are working since 7 years. It's a very good combination.
Yep.
I get it. Okay. Has a meme ever actually landed you a client? I think, of course.
Yes.
We got it. From the okay. Any book you want to recommend to the audience which really changed something in your life?
Book.
Yeah.
The first thing that pops to mind, obviously, I'll tell you more about it, is Rework. Rework is literally a book written by the guys for 37 Signals. They created Basecamp, and basically it's one page is like an intro image or drawing, and the other is text. It's just like where you open it, it's just I don't know, like 50 little chapters of 1 to 2 pages. But it's about like working habits, like why meetings are toxic, why this and that.
Okay.
And just like short little bursts. I've read this book 8 times.
Wow.
And each of the 8 times, I've read it with different eyes.
That's
because I was in a different point in my business and in different point in life. And I literally, I kid you not, for the mastermind that we have on Wednesday.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it. I have 5 copies of the book with me. Of this book. I bought 5 copies. I never bought extra copies of any book. I bought 5 copies of this book because this is going to be my gift to everyone in my mastermind.
Amazing.
Because usually in the mastermind, at the end, you share like a thing, a book, a tactic, or whatever. And I'm just like, I'll just buy everyone the book. So if I only have 4 people, I'll give you the extra book. I have 5 of them, so don't order it. I don't know how many people are going to be in my group.
Okay.
So I'll just give, or if somebody also already has it, I'm just like, you want to gift it to somebody else, or I'll just give it to somebody else.
Put me in the wait list.
Yeah. Okay. You're number 1 in the wait list.
Okay. Amazing.
Literally brought like 5 books in my backpack, which is weird.
Wow. If you have to start over, what would you do differently?
If I had to start over, what would I do differently? The first thing that pops to mind, I like for the first 10 years, I did everything myself. Like even more, like 12 years. Because I've been with Nemanja, my right-hand man. He's been with me for going to be 5 years now.
Wow.
And I can't imagine doing everything myself again.
Wow.
And so like outsourcing to capable people, finding capable people to outsource to have in-house. To have in-house at least 1 or 2 people that you can trust and you know are going to be there in a pinch. So he's handling things now. I'm not even opening my emails now.
Perfect.
So I mean, I am in terms of clients, if there's anything, but it's usually I set up my business in a way that I don't have, and to have less meetings or to say yes to too many things. Basically,
that's a good one. So let's end it. Thank you so much, Igor, and it was amazing having you. You've been very honest with the things. I look forward to have more conversations with you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for sticking till the end of the conversation with us. We hope you found as much value as we did while creating it. If you enjoyed the podcast and want us to bring more such influential guests, then please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Honestly, each like and subscribe help us keep going. It keeps us motivated to make such content which is filled with insights and valuable knowledge for you. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Anything you would like to tell us about the podcast? Whom do you want to see in the next podcast? And what kind of questions do you want to ask? And hey, just don't keep the conversation with yourself. Share this podcast with at least one person, can be a friend, colleague, or a family member, or anyone you think can benefit from learning something valuable or getting a fresh perspective. After all, one conversation, one perspective can truly change someone's life. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode of the Business Playbook by Gundeep.